From a residential standpoint, what can clients do to help you guys prepare for the property tax season?
Yeah. The date to keep in mind is January 1st. Like that's the big thing. What's the state of the property as of January 1st? If you've got repairs ongoing, if you're doing a renovation, that sort of thing, if you're building a new house, January 1st is the date that matters, right? So I need to know, let's say you're building a house. I need to know what the state of the property is as of January 1st. What features are complete? Do you have windows in? Is the house dried in? Do you have cabinets in the kitchen? Like, as granular as you can make it helps me a lot.
Is there a better documentation for that? Is there something that, a name of something, of a document to track all those things?
There's not a standardized thing for that, but take pictures, get a statement from your builder as to what the progress was in writing, and submit that to us. And we'll probably end up having some conversations with you about it. But that really helps us make sure that I'll say in the vast majority of cases of houses that are under construction, the value is completely wrong from the appraisal district because they just have no insight. They're just guessing. That's all they can do, unless they can go walk in there on January 1st and say, "Here's what's actually going on." I can't tell you how many times I've had an appraised value based on a site visit from October, and then you've got months elapse, right? And the appraisal district's just extrapolating. They think based on the amount of time elapsed, they're probably done with this at this point. And we can get you a large savings because they overshot it by a mile. And
you can't be at every new construction home.
That's right.
January
It's impossible.
1st, so
yeah, it's impossible. They try to do a good job with that and try to estimate well, but it's just, again, it's impossible. For a more regular kind of situation, take pictures of your home. If you got some deferred maintenance going on, just usually bathrooms and kitchens are one of the big drivers of condition rating in a home from an appraisal standpoint. Take pictures of those and submit them to us. Pictures of the exterior, if there's cracks on the walls, that sort of thing. All that sort of thing helps paint a picture of what kind of condition the home is in. Usually that's what pictures are going to do, is going to help us paint a picture of what kind of condition the home's in, which adjusts the scale at which you're appraised, right? So if we can change a condition rating downward, it changes the scale at which you're appraised downward.
What about if just the neighbor just doesn't like, or the property owner just doesn't like the neighbor? Does that affect the value?
It's not going to affect the value at all,
bad fence?
unfortunately.
No bad fence? Okay.
Yeah.
Because you get that a lot.
Fences and driveways never play in. For there to be value to remove, there has to be value there to begin with, right? And so if you got a problem with your fence, well, they don't appraise any value on your fence. They don't appraise any value on your driveway, So there's nothing to remove there, unfortunately. Even if you've got your driveway as a pothole with concrete around it, it's there's just no value to remove there.
And from a commercial standpoint, what can clients do to help you guys get prepped for the hearings?
Yeah. So similar situation. If it's under construction in some way, or if there's damage, if there's some sort of improvement going on the commercial building, we need to know that. The thing we really need to know is the financials. And typically most commercial property owners don't have financials available until March, April. But if you can get them to us sooner than that, that's great. That gives us a chance to review them ahead of time. And we want to know what your vacancy and occupancy situation was for the previous year. We want to know your rents. Did anything change from previous year? Speaking about a residential property, there's not a whole lot of change on what is going on or what is occurring at that house from one year to the next. There's people living in it. With a commercial building, it could be completely different. It could be a owner-occupied building one year where you have your own company that you work in that building. You're fabricating, whatever the situation is. The next year, you decide, you know what, that business is folded. I'm just going to take tenants, and that is something we have to know. Otherwise, you're shooting yourself in the foot for the number of approaches that we have.
Yeah, because it gets appraised completely differently based on those situations.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. So those are things we look at. Alex talked about pictures. If your property has had damage, definitely let us know. if you have insurance claims, definitely let us know. Bids and estimates for repair, those are all things that we should know about.
In
And
construction, we deal with a lot of hotels and retails that are being, built from the ground up. What do you need for something like that? I know it's different from residential for us.
so there's something called AIA documents, and those are construction costs on a very specific schedule. And they show how much money has gone into the property, what the construction level is up to that point. We're going to want to know, as of January, where you were on that schedule, because that indicates market value up to that point. Those the things we would want to have in hand, ready to go. If we have to wait until May, there is a decent chance that the case gets resolved before you even get it to us, and then we have to take your case to litigation. And it's better to hit it on the first round if we can.
Yeah, the important thing to know for all of this, though, January 1st. If the issue in question is affecting the property as of January 1st, we need to know.